Hello? Lou's like, who's she saying hi to? What's the matter, buddy? How are ya? How's everybody? Oh, man. Sunday. I will have to cut today just a tiny bit short because my son and his girlfriend are coming at 3. So I want to quickly have just a couple minutes before they get here. Hello? Oops, hang on. Lou. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good night. What's up? How are you guys? I'm on the heel flap. I've got to get knitting, you guys. I'm making all this yarn, but I'm not knitting it. It's terrible, but isn't it cool? This yarn's turning out super cool. Let's see. Rico said, ooh, knit him a sweater real quick. Oh, my son, you mean? He has had multiple sweaters. He did shrink one, and then I knit him a replacement, and it's like a little bit small, so he probably will get a sweater this fall. Kate said, hi, homeschool planning today, then weaving or knitting as my reward for getting it done early. That's good, Kate. Now, you commented the other day about your weaving. So what are you weaving that you were having trouble measuring and stuff? Hi, Lori. Lori's heading back to work soon. Oh, to work, not back to work. Rebecca said, go, Kate, go. Lisa said, I'm making a toe-up shorty sock with a heel flap. Oh, nice. Are you normally a toe-up, heel flap sock person? It's a lot of words. Hey, Lisa. Lisa said, hey, folks, made it this week. Missed y'all. You've been busy. And I do want to tell you, Lisa, that I ate the first tomatoes from the garden yesterday. Yesterday? I think. And they weren't quite ripe. So, But I couldn't wait anymore. And 2 of them fell off the plant, so I had to bring them in. Rania said, yay, I'm nauseous, trying out a new antique wheel that she bought. It's a thin spinner, super easy to treadle. It needs some fixing, though. That's awesome. Congratulations. Crazy Mountain Fiberwork said, spinning some alpaca. Okay, hang on. Julie said, howdy, one and all. Just got back from Nome, North Dakota, where I took a workshop on spinning Angora and cotton. How was it? Hi, Eileen. She said, hello, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Rock said, oh, spinning up more wool alpaca mohair. I like Wham better. I loved the 4 ounce. I bought so much that I drove to the mill and bought enough to make a sweater. Wow. They must love you. How close is it? Is it like a long drive? Kate said, I am weaving towels. Last time I did not measure length well, so I got a massive one and an itty bitty one. I'd like to not repeat that this time. It happens. Sometimes I cut after and then I don't do those. those cutting threads that I do. Hey, Alice. Lisa said, oh man, I think of you every time I pick tomatoes. Are you already getting tomatoes for real? I can't believe it. Aaron said, hanging out with my son in between his soccer tournament games, knitting on some socks for my husband. Socks are so nice for sports tournaments, aren't they? Julie said, awesome and very informative. That's good. How was the schoolhouse? I have questions. Alice said, all the whoops were in status today. Sitting on my tuchus after a crazy week and weekend housework. Oh, that's a lot, right? I actually sat on my tuchus for a while this afternoon. Carrie said, binge knitting a second sock of a pair so I can knit a night shift with all the single green skeins of hand spun I have, which is a lot. That sounds fun. You'll be posting pictures for us, won't you? You know what's happening, guys. Lisa said, I like toe up, but first time with a heel flap. Okay, heel flap portion is confusing but other knitters project did it as written and are happy with it. I'll see. Just go, like, sometimes you just have to trust, and go through the instructions one thing by another. Hello, Stabby, working on Sasquatch. I don't know what that is. Rock said, hang on, the mill is 45 minutes. Terry said, morning, working on chrysanthemum dishcloths. So much fun. I hope you post a picture of those. Lady, I'm having trouble with mine too. I got like some kind of fungus with my tomatoes. Hello, teen. Doing paperwork. Lee said, speaking of looms, what is a good beginning one? Rigid heddle or floor? Or table? Eileen said, applying a bit more of a purple Shetland and black Welsh mountain so I can keep on knitting on my Nordic cardigan. Eileen, that sweater is like breathtaking. Lisa said, it seems crazy that you guys are so much warmer than us, but so late a season. I reckon autumn has started here, so tomatoes almost gone. Oh, Carrie said, of course. Good, thank you. I would love to see pictures of that. Elizabeth said, I have many projects on the go, creating a warp for a baby blanket on the BAL. Which one's that? Applying a second braid of Targhee, figuring out putting together this big wheel. Gosh, you are very busy. Crazy Mountain said, can you spin cotton? Hang on a regular spinning wheel. Have never spun cotton. If you can get it going really fast, you can. Hey, Elizabeth. Julie said, super fun to see in real life. They did an awesome job, and the people there are so nice. It's like family, and the food is to die for. Tracy's spinning on a gradient braid. Elspeth is handling all Alice's stuff. Hello, Deanna. Woo. Lisa, table. Ashford makes a nice one. I think that it would be good. Carrie said, sometimes with a pattern, I need to take it one sentence at a time and just do I think that's a good way to do socks. Even if you read the whole thing, a lot of times it doesn't really make that much sense. Erin said, hi, I'm still working through the alpaca. I'm over it, but I still have a pound left. Wow. Hello, Tyra. We're glad you caught us too. Welcome. Hello, Cheryl. Elizabeth said, hey to Carrie. Alice said, Lisa, good to see you here. When are you due back down here again? Lisa, do you go down for the winter? Big ass loom. Got it. You're welcome. When I saw the sweater, I was like, wow, for a first hand spun sweater, it is like a little extra ambitious, which I love. Deanna said, working on embroidery hexagons. What's that? Do tell. Hello, Kelly. I don't know if it's Lighty or Liddy, but I'm house sitting while rest of family is moving stuff from daughter's old student room to new apartment. No fiber stuff here. Oh gosh, did you not even take socks or anything? That's me. Always got some packed. Julie said, cotton on a Scotch tension wheel, yes. I mean, it really just, I think, depends on how fast you can get your wheel going. So it kind of depends on like how fast your whirls are. Do you have a lace flyer? All those kinds of things. I think you can do it. It's just going to take some practice and like patience. Terry, yes, thank you, Terry. Terry said we'll add pics on Facebook. Teen said, finally picked back up a shawl knit that has been sitting for a long time since it's counting intensive. Liddy, thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Lisa said, I asked my daughter-in-law's mom for inspiration for the forthcoming birthday, and blow me, she suggested I knit socks for the daughter-in-law. Uh-oh. Now, why did you vow not to? Not saying you should, just curious. Oh, okay, that wouldn't be appreciated, not at all. Okay. Well, darn. Lisa said to Alice, we plan on being down sometime in October this year. Richard says he's definitely retired. Oh, thank you, Stabby. I dyed it a while ago, and I rarely snag a skein for myself when I do that, and on this one I just had to. Robin said, hi from Ohio, subscribed a few weeks ago. This is my first visit to the Fiber Tribe. Welcome, Robin. Alice said to Lisa, sweet, hoping it cools down by then. You are so lucky, Lisa. I'm jealous. Hello, Deb. Julie said, yes, fast spinning. I did it on an old traditional Ashford. I do believe that it's possible, but it might take a little patience. Carrie's also curious. Lisa said, I had a great day yesterday spinning with friends at the Antique Tractor Show. That sounds fun. Where was that, Lisa? And then Lisa McCaskill said, I knitted her a scarf last Christmas in hand-spun yarn. Not a word. Really? I wonder what would make, this is her mom, right? That gave you the suggestion of the socks. I wonder what would make her pick that. Interesting. Oh, some of you guys just got here. I'm going to tell you again. I have to go at 2:45 because my son is coming at 3. He's an electrician and he's going to do some work for us, and his girlfriend's coming with him, and I'm going to have a dress for her, so I need to get set to put her on a little pedestal so I can, pin it and all that. Deb said, on way home from looking at another house, I liked it, and of course the husband didn't as much as me. Isn't it hard? It's so hard when you don't have the same, priority list. Because we didn't. Guess who gave in? Eileen said maybe a little shawlette and superwash, whatever. Lisa McCaskill, something like the Sophie scarf. Can you just buy her socks that look like you knitted them? It'll just be between all of us here on the internet. Angie said I applied some Cheviot rug yarn today that I spun on my Navajo spindle. How did it go? Do you love it? Rug weight yarn. What is rug weight? Lydia said I was looking up patterns on Ravelry and then I saw the time and thought about the live. Glad I can join today. We're glad you're here too. I'm glad Robin's here too. I mean, we've got some first timers today. Carrie said even a non-handmade gift should at least get a thank you. Agreed. I mean, there's nothing wrong with determining who appreciates that and who doesn't. You know what I mean? And just not putting the energy into... I feel like some people make it sound like you're, whatever. But I feel like if they don't appreciate it, you're just thinking about their preferences. So that's kind of you. Robin said, plied a bunch of partial bobbins yesterday. I liberated 6 bobbins, have some kid mohair in the works that I plan to ply with some tussa. That sounds nice. Teen said, anyone have tips for yarn that is prone to splitting? The superwash merino I'm using is beautiful, but it's driving me nuts. Do you have any needles that have a blunter end? Because that's what I do. Lisa said, I adore her mom. Knitted her a hat last Christmas and she posted a pic on Facebook and said that it was her favorite. I love it. Elizabeth said, yes, we can keep a secret, Lisa. Oh, thank you. Alice said, don't forget to hit the like. Yeah, please don't. I forget. Carrie, that's probably right. Carrie said, sounds like the mom actually wants socks. Oh, Lisa said, can you run it through your wheel and add a little extra twist? I bet that would help. Really, Lisa? Lisa said that it was an antique tractor or vintage tractor show is in Alpena. They have a festival show this weekend every year and another open to the public day in September for the fall. Lots of people ask questions and I enjoy answering what I can. That's so interesting. I did not even know that was there. I think our grandson would like that. Terry Barr said maybe the daughter-in-law told her mom that she likes it and that she would love socks. Maybe. Yep, Eileen said thanks for the thumbs up reminder. Angie said very, very thick 3-ply for rug warp. Okay. It's okay, but I got thinner as I filled the spindle. That happens so much, Angie. Do you ever use a control card to stop you from... I've had to before because it's so easy to do. Lisa said, yes, Carrie, and I've offered to knit her some for this Christmas. Don't think she realizes the tension with... Oh, no, I'm sure she doesn't realize, right? Hello, Crystal. How are ya? Brenda said, hi, everyone. So glad I finally made it to a live. I'm happy to be here. Welcome back. Teen said, my needles are pretty blunt. Lisa, I was wondering what that might do. I mean, Lisa's suggestion is really smart. And I feel like you could always just do a little small amount and then try it, right? Hello, Shaylee. How are you? Tina said, good morning, all. We'll be spinning for 6 hours at the fair today, last day of the fair. That is a long time to spin. Teen said, would it have any ill effects on the shawl since it's already 25% knit? That it depends. It may. It depends on how much you add. It depends. I would be I would be nervous about doing that. Erin said, I've been knitting a pair of socks every week or two as a break from this alpaca spin and I'm running out of yarn. I don't love Croy sock yarn. Any recommendations for other brands? What are your priorities? Like, do you want it to be super soft? Do you want it to wear for the rest of your life? Tell me what your priorities are, and I'm sure we can give you some recommendations. But like, I feel like what your high priority list is very important when it comes to picking a sock yarn. Angie said, I didn't use a control card for the spin. I will in future. I mean, if you're using a new spindle too, you're probably focused on getting in the groove with the spindle. Crystal said, I always forget how much clearer the world is with glasses. No joke. Yep. Okay. So Lisa said, teen, yes, sorry, not good idea to change partway through. I mean, you might get like biasing. That would be my concern if you're going to change the amount of twist your yarn has partway through a project. But I imagine there's other things too. It might have like a different hand or feel or drape. Carrie said that she loves Knit Picks Felici. I have some, but I don't think I've actually knit any socks with it yet. I really like the Hawthorne by Knit Picks, and it's pretty affordable. I'm trying to think, what else do I like? I like the Malabrigo sock, but mainly that's because I like their dyeing and their colors. I'm sure some other people must have some sock recommendations, right? Teen said I might not do it for the project, but I might have to do a small swatch to see how it works. Thanks for the suggestion, Lisa. Carrie said great for colorful but mindless socks and very affordable. I love affordable. When they have a sale every single year I buy a bunch. Erin said softer but durable. I tried Knit Picks Hawthorne and I like the color way better than the feel. So you want it to be softer. The problem is those two things don't really go together that well. Like when you get softer, you lose durability. It's pretty universal. Elspeth said, is that what grist is? The amount of twist. It's like how much is in of the wool is in the twist. How do you explain it? How many yards per pound you can get because of how much you spun into each. How do you explain it? Lisa said I'm participating. I'm thinking it'll come to me a better way, or someone else will come with it because you guys have it. Lisa said I'm participating in a sheep to hat at our fair this Tuesday. Special need child has his own sheep as a pet and we're carding spinning and I get the honor of knitting him a hat. That is awesome. Carrie said Hawthorne's great. I just haven't knit socks with it, only woven. I haven't woven with it. Do you love it? Brenda said, I agree, Carrie. I like the Felici self-striping for basic vanilla. Erin said, Carrie, I'll have to try that. Crystal said, I think grist is how many hairs you get in a twist. I mean, that's kind of how I think of it too, but it's hard to put into words exactly. Melissa said, for socks, I like Plymouth Heritage because I like machine wash and dry. Plymouth Heritage silk is good too. I like Plymouth Heritage and it is softer. Let's see. Elizabeth said, what's that? Perth is nice for socks, but is not very soft. Alice said, love it, Lisa. Terry said, un besito. Elizabeth said, like ropier yarn has greater grist. I don't think that's what it means. It's more yes, that's a good way to say it. It's more like density. So it's more like, let's think about it like if you have an inch or a foot of yarn, if it's more dense. It could be the same weight as something else, and it would be, I can't explain this. I'm literally like the if you had a pound of wool and it made 100 yards, that would have a higher grist than a pound of wool that made 200 yards. Does that help? Because it's a less yarn in the length. I cannot explain this. I'm going to look up the, like, is it in Spinner's Book of Wool? I don't know. I'll have to look one up. Guys. Aaron says softer is more important. 5-year-old feet like squishy. Well, plus 5-year-old feet are going to grow out before they probably wear out. So also, I think that Felici is the same base as Stroll. I could be wrong, but it feels the same to me. So Stroll would also be nice. Is it actually yards per pound? Should we Google it so I can get a better explanation? I mean, we're right here in front of my laptop. Yeah, density. It says the concept factors in both the circumference and weight in a length of yarn. Spinners and weavers talk about grist with the acronym yards per pound. See, so it does, yards per pound is part of the equation, I should say. I shouldn't say it really is just yards per pound. So it's how dense the yarn is. Lisa's got, I've got visual of grist and getting knickers in a twist. Clearly trying to explain it was giving me some trouble. I don't know about a twist, but. Faraday Farm said Premier Fruits is so cute and affordable. I'm on my 6th fruit sock so far. I have never seen that, I don't think. Oh, uh-oh. Hang on. Uh-oh. This is sounding like a whole new video for you, Trish. I don't think I'm the one to explain it because I feel like I do understand the concept, but some things are hard to put in words, you know? Like even what I just read to you, that didn't truly explain it. Oh, good. I have that book. Rock said Alden Amos spends a lot of time explaining grist in his book. That makes me feel better too, knowing that it took a lot of time. Aaron said so many great recommendations. Thanks. This is a great place to come for those kinds of things. Hello, Evie. Liddy said I like registering. And is it Yawol? Last one is carried, alert, soft, and durable. I'm thinking that maybe I didn't read that right. I'm so sorry. Elspeth said thanks for the reference suggestions. I'll look into those. The Alden Amos book is on my nightstand. What is it called? Brenda said Regia sock yarn is good. I like it. Oh, that's what Lydia was saying. I like Regia. It's one of my faves. And it wears super great, but I don't think it's that soft. But I like it. Kathy said, good morning. All sorry to pop in late. I have been down the Inkle Band rabbit hole. Just got the book Celebration of Plain Weave. I might like to read that. Hello, Anne. You guys, I'm sorry. My throat. Anne said, whoop, I made it. I was lost in Kitchenerland. Lisa said, eat Kitchenerland, not my fave. Glad you made it out. Did you make it out? Ella said, so a worsted spun yarn would have a totally different grist than woolen as well. Typically, a worsted spun yarn would have a higher grist because it's a lot denser. There's a lot more hairs in like each inch because it's just way more dense. Eileen said grist, a yarn can knit up, sorry, John scared me, like a DK weight, but some DKs have slightly more meters per 100 grams than other DKs. Thank you, babe.
Hey, everybody.
He said, hey, for instance, a worsted spun yarn would be denser than a woolen spun yarn. That scared me. Elizabeth said, I made a pair of the watermelon fruit socks. They are very cute. Deanna said, anyone heard about Natu or Natu? Yowl is Corriedale. Rock said, yes, thank you. That's it. The Alden Amos Big Book of Hand Spinning. It's on my nightstand. I read it every once in a while, just like little bits of it. Rock said, Regia softens up after washing. Merino is soft but tends to felt even if it's super wash and it isn't as durable. Deanna said National Spin in Public Day on September 16th. Are you in a different country, Deanna? Because it's like June here, which I think is a little strange. But hello, Rita. Crystal said, good book. I had to check it out from another library, one I'm hunting around for to own. Oh, shoot. Sorry, Elizabeth. He's gone. Hello, Kim. Kim, I meant to answer you this week and it just got away from me. I'm sorry, but don't worry, it's coming. I actually started typing and didn't finish. Eileen, do you, Eileen? Eileen said I spin in public most days. Where do you take your spinning? That's a question I'd like to hear from a lot of you. Like, where do you take your knitting and spinning on a regular basis? Faraday said watermelon was my favorite. Also made orange, dragon fruit, wow, strawberry and kiwi. Don't tell my kids they're all getting fruit socks for Christmas. That's fun. Oh, spin in public is in September. Thank you. Got it. I guess my brain didn't translate that into English, which is my native language, so I don't need a translator. Brenda said, I wish Lion Brand would bring Sock Ease back. It was really like an affordable, nice one. It really was. It was decent. Eileen said June, right, is National Knit in Public Day. Hello, Carol. Rebecca said sporting events. It's always nice. Tracy, I remember that about you. She said I knit at the car shows when they are talking about the engines, other boring stuff. I don't really understand what they're saying mostly when they talk about that stuff. Carrie said I don't go anywhere on a regular basis except maybe the local diner for breakfast on weekends. Rita asked what day is World Spin. I think who was it just a second ago that said it was the 16th? Deanna. Eileen said I was in the park this afternoon hanging out with some friends. I spin on trains, buses, on a terrace having a coffee. That sounds nice. I knew what you meant, Tracy. Tracy's clarifying. Elizabeth said I'm using the lime and orange in a half and half triangle warp. I used kiwi to make a baby hat. Wow, blueberry and pomegranate that I haven't used yet. I guess I better look it up. Stabby said I live on a busy road. If I take my wheel and spin in my front yard, acceptable. It's close enough, I think. Teen said I was just knitting at the Indian restaurant while waiting for dinner. I get more looks when I spin. Me too. Of course, I haven't gone anywhere lately. Lydia said I take my knitting to work during breaks or while waiting in a hospital or other places, not while moving house. It's hard to put it all up, isn't it? Robin said my knitting goes with me everywhere. Spinning wheel goes with me on road trips. Crystal said I normally have a home project and a travel project on the go. My travel bag gets hauled with me everywhere because standing in a long line is boring. Oh, no kidding. I used to knit like in the carpool lines so much and at sports stuff for the kids, dance stuff for the kids, just like all the time. Lisa said I'm using an old skein of Opal, definitely a sturdier blend similar to Regia. Lisa, I'm telling you, those socks will last the rest of your life. That's why I like Opal. Hello, Candy. Candy said I made it to Alive. Rebecca said terrace coffee sounds amazing. Kim said church events, meetings, and things where I need to be there as staff. I keep a nano on my desk for high stress moments. Kim has a weaving group at her church. Rita said I take my knitting everywhere. Don't know when I'll need it. It's true. You know when you've been stuck somewhere waiting and you don't have it and you're just like, ugh. That's when you start. Carrie said since we've had more people drop in, here's a reminder to hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Carrie. Also, a reminder or a notification, I have to go 15 minutes early today. Because we have kids showing up. I can't wait, actually. Eileen said it's a big advantage of spinning on a spindle. That is so nice how portable they are. I'm sure do people ask you a lot, Eileen, since you spin out in the world so much? Do they stop and ask questions or do they just give you funny looks? Rita said she's gone longer than a day. If I'm gone longer than a day, I take a wheel. Anne said I had to do 2 days of annual training last week, so I got lots of boring stockinette knitting done. It is kind of nice though, isn't it? Did you have to bring something special for that? Because like I had to make a stockinette project for when I'm reading, because I didn't have one for so long. Elsbeth said we had to stand in on a TV show I worked on who knit while he was standing in and crew was lighting. That's a job I could probably handle. Terry said I took my mini Turkish to a craft fair, got lots of questions. It was fun. Hello, Joanne. How are you? Kathy said I still have socks knit with Opal. See, Kathy? Does it not last forever? And it doesn't felt. What do they do to that? It must be breeds. The breeds they're picking. Terry said I will always take a project to my VA appointments. Faraday asked if I'm going. She said Hubs and I are thinking about it. To Allegan, I don't think that I'm going to make it. If I do make it, it'll be like Friday or Sunday because we're having a family party on Saturday. Stabby has a question. How does everyone organize all their knitting goodies, project bags, stitch markers, etc.? Tina said, when I spin in public, some people ask, some just watch. Hello, Sarah. Lisa said, my daughter has a pair of the same Opal yarn that I made her 10 years ago. I bought 2 of the same colorway since I liked it so well, finally using it. I that's what I do. Eileen said, some do. If they give me funny looks, I usually start the conversation as they clearly want to know, but might be embarrassed to ask. That's very nice of you. Lisa said, oh, Stabby makes me laugh. I have lots of goodies, bags, and still can't ever find scissors tape measure. Why is that? Because I have that too. Let's see. Rania said, I'm joining the Getting Funny Looks Club, going to bring my spindle to every midwife visit. That's good. No, you won't be stared down. Hello, Dino. Anne said I started a Dingley Dell last spring and lost momentum when I got to 15 inches of stockinette for the body. That's awesome. Rico said, still haven't knitted socks bad enough. Too hot here, yeah. Hi, Grist. That's probably it. Elizabeth's going on Friday to Allegan. Carrie said, organize. What's that? Lady has a booth. What is it? Kate said, I just had a friend reach out to ask about how to knit socks. She asked if Opal was the be-all, end-all. I've never heard of it. Sounds great, so now I have to go look. I would not call it the be-all, end-all. I wonder where she got that idea. Crystal said we're supposed to organize. Someday I will show you guys the organization that I use. Some of it is embarrassing, but it's okay. Right? Robin said I have a tackle box that I keep all my notions in. That's a smart one. I have a couple of drawers of knitting needles. Love the tackle box. Stabby said, I'm trying. I'm tired of losing all my goodies. Right? It's just everywhere. Hello, Michelle. Thank you. Teen said I found a cute Paul Frank pencil in that pencil tin that holds knitting needles and goodies. See, if I give myself a cute organizational thing, I'll use it more. Deanna said I'm going to take my wheel to my local library branch. That's fun. Eileen said, yay, Rania, go for it. Most people are just interested. I don't ever think they think I'm weird, but that might just be my thought. Hello, Chris. I don't really care that much if people think I'm weird to do that stuff. I mean, probably none of you guys saw this, but on the rug video, somebody commented and said, I can buy a rug like that for $5. Like, why would you put all the time into it? And I don't feel offended by that, but I also feel like if you can ask that question, and I think Carrie and I talked about it, Like, I can't explain it to you in a way that will make sense to you because you just don't understand like the drive to make things. And if you don't understand that, I can't help you understand it. You know what I mean? But I wasn't offended. I just feel like you just don't get it. It's okay. Carrie said, I hope you have a successful fest, lady. Joanne said, I have small scissors on a retractable badge holder and clip it to my shirt, always there. That sounds really helpful. Michelle keeps her notions on a cart. They are not organized, but they are there. That's half the battle, though, right? Anne said, I made 6 notion pouches for my whips so I don't have to hunt for them. I got tired of not having what I needed. I keep all my knitting supplies in a Longaberger basket. So do you have, like, do you set each bag up for each project? I don't believe you. Carrie said people think I'm weird for lots of reasons. You guys, Carrie's tattoo won an award yesterday also. Have you seen it? It's amazing. Brock said organizing tools and notions and projects depends on where, how you knit, what sort of space you have, and your organizing personality. Sarah said, Team Weird unite. Right. Rita said it's more meaningful if you have made it. I think also you can make it exactly the way you want it. Like, there's so many reasons. But I can't explain it if you don't already feel it, you know? Michelle said some people don't have the creative gene like we do. Alice said, I kind of feel sorry for people who think of it that way, can buy for less. They simply don't understand the joy of creativity. Rock said people who don't make things look at finished items as being the same thing as manufactured items. They really don't understand the pleasure of making. Yes. And I think also when I see stuff like that, like if you go in Five Below and you buy a rug, no shade or no hate to you, do your thing. But I often think it's almost slave labor sometimes. Not all the time, we don't exactly know, but it could be. And that's a little uncomfortable. Tracy said, I have 2 sock bags set up with everything I need for socks. The rest of my notions I keep in a basket. That sounds organized. Elizabeth said, pick please. Teen said, I mean, you've got to be a crafter to appreciate just about any kind of craft. With cheap manufacturing, I don't think there's much anything you can make cheaper than buy these days. It's true. It's true. Carrie said, oh, thanks. I ended up with 2. I didn't see the second one, and the artist let you keep the plaques. Really? That's awesome. Michelle said, mine are one of a kind. Brenda said, for me, creating things is almost a form of therapy. I feel that way too. And then also like solving the puzzle of solving the construction problems or all those things, like for me that is just like such a good brain exercise. Cindy said notions bag in every single room and in the car is the only answer, but I haven't done that yet, so I just mumble and wander to where I think the stuff was last. If it works, it works. Eileen said most of my knitting bags have a pocket with the most common notions. Sweater bags have scissors, measuring tape, wow, and stitch markers. Sock bags have stitch markers and smaller size needles for the cuffs. Wow. Hang on. Lisa said, I think I have 5 project bags and set them up to each have scissors and a measure. I guess I then start another whip or need scissors for other things and then keep prob. I don't put them away. That's the part for me that's a problem. Joanne said, loved making my denim rag rug, but it's too thick for the door. Oh no. Pamela said, just popped in. Question to all. I'm in Grand Rapids, arrived yesterday, leaving Thursday. Thought the festival started Wednesday. The classes start Wednesday. She said, so trying to farms that might sell me a local fleece. Any ideas? Around Grand Rapids? I'm thinking. Elsbeth said, OMG, someone painted this great wheel and it's so old the paint has turned gummy. Having trouble putting together as a result. Don't know how much I should clean it or how. That sounds frustrating. Bye, Tina. I'm thinking about farms around. How far away are you willing to go? Anne said, my notion pouches have mini scissors, yarn needle, stitch pickup hooks, cable needle, tape measures. Wow, stitch markers and row counter. The pouches are about 3x4 and hold it all. Woo. Hey, Kai. Can't stay but wanted to say hi. Have a creative week. You too. Chris said, Tina, can you post photos later? Pam said, yes, around Grand Rapids, willing to drive a little. I'm thinking. I don't know. I don't usually go that direction. Shaylee might know. Is she still here? Rock said, I knit in my knitting office, so my current project is usually on my desk. Others in a timeout are in a bin in my desk. I have a Notions bag. Is that it? As well as plastic drawers within reach. Nice. Michelle has said, when is Allegan? Do you know? I don't think that the market opens till Friday. The classes start on Wednesday. And it goes all the way through Sunday. But things start kind of getting packed up Sunday afternoon. Sarah said, Elsbeth, I'm thinking you might want to consider stripping off the paint and refinishing. Oh, Carrie said Aura paste made from vinegar, Dawn, and baking soda. Will that take the paint off? Elsbeth said the whole wheel is painted dark brown. This might be a restoring project before using. It does kind of sound like a restoration project. Are you up for stripping it, Elsbeth? Can you get citrus strip? If it's all gummy, I wonder what kind of paint they used. Carrie said, I don't know if it will take the paint off, but it works to clean the disgusting stovetop. Okay, now I need to look at the recipe again. I hate cleaning our stovetop. Erin said, Elsbeth, I washed mine with Murphy's wood soap and a rag slowly. It really helped me clean mine up. I wonder if that might help. Bye, Rox. She said, I'm picking up a bunch of vintage knitting books at a friend's house. Fun. Hello, Crazy Bird. She said, hey, everybody, I'm at work. Have a great day. I only have a couple more minutes. Anne said, gummy paint sounds like latex. Okay, I didn't know that. Sarah said, don't forget to smash that like button, everyone. Oh, thank goodness you guys remember. Carrie said, yeah, probably better to go that way. Jan said, greetings from Colorado. Just finished knitting the Love Note sweater. Dean, you're supposed to clean the stovetop. I love our stove, but we got one of the gas ones with the, it's just like this big shiny surface, and it's such a pain to clean. I hate it. But I love it, but I hate it. Elsbeth said, I'll post a pic of the thing that holds the wheel and what a little heat from my hand has done to the paint. Rebecca said, oh, thank you, Rebecca. They're going to be up here again Saturday, but still. Joanne said paint may be gummy when it's humid. Oh, June said, yippee, I finished the POU, what's that, of FLD Rambouillet, 654 yards, 3-ply. Nice. It's nice to have you here, Letty. Eileen said to Elsbeth, they might have used lacquer on top of waxed wood. I feel your pain. I have an antique wood in bed. I was completely covered in gummy stuff. It took me months. That sounds so gross. And then when it is stuff like that, if you get it on you, you can't get it off you. Like it transfers to the next thing, to the next thing. Anne said, I used Carrie's pasta recipe and lemon essential oil pasta recipe, paste recipe. And lemon essential oil for oven and stove. It works well. I might need it. June said the 3-ply. Oh, the 3-ply. Oh, got it. Got it. Which braid was that, June? I don't remember. What was the color? Do you remember that? Carrie said, teen, only when the gunk becomes a fire hazard. Carrie said, soapy noodles. So I kept saying, huh? Lady said if it's old lacquer, denatured alcohol might work. Dawn spray. I love me some Dawn spray. And so Carrie, do you have a pasta recipe too? Oh, speaking of recipes, I made lemon zucchini bread yesterday and it was delicious. Aaron said vinegar Dawn and water in a spray bottle works wonders on shower scum. I might have to try that too. Oh, good. You loved it. That's great. Jennifer said, hi, Trisha. I just signed on. I was wondering if any fiber friends are from the Sacramento area. I'm taking some classes at the Dixon Lambtown Festival in October, wondering if anyone's going. Is anyone going to Lambtown? Didn't Tracy say she was going to go to Lambtown? I may have made that up in my head. That happens sometimes. Alice said, I was thinking alcohol, but not sure how it reacts with paint. Use it to get grease gunk from the range hood. Like denatured alcohol or rubbing alcohol, Alice? Oh, the 1 pound. Yeah. Yes. Got it. I'm with you now. Kate said, happy crafting. I'll see you on Facebook. Also, those zucchini brownies are... Kate, are you... Seriously. Could you even stay away from them? John doesn't like the frosting. He likes me to throw like a handful of chocolate chips in and then put some on the top. Also very good without the frosting. I prefer the frosting, but he's the brownie guy in the house. Elsbeth said alcohol would work great too, but in my belly while dealing with this. That's right. Okay, so Tracy did say she's going to Lambtown. Ooh, who's making the paint strip piccata? Yum. Yummy. I'll eat any piccata. Hello, Abir. Darn, I'm leaving, you guys. Terry asked, would Goo Gone help? It's worth a try. Lisa said, anyone going to make it to Perth Wool Festival? I think I'm actually going to get there. When is it, Lisa? I would like to go. I would really like to go. Kate said, we didn't even use the frosting. One of my littles is dairy free. Oh. And you can use up your zucchini. We're literally eating it at like every meal right now. And there is a huge one in the garden. Rita said, I spilled rubbing alcohol in a dresser and it took off the finish. I'm not surprised. Yeah, Alice said, oh, Rita, that might be perfect for this job. Oh, magic erasers. You guys are full of good ideas. I'm so sorry. I do have to go. They're going to be here soon. I would love to, Eileen. You have no idea. I recently dreamed that we took a trip there. Then I dreamed about picking tomatoes, and I picked tomatoes the next day, so maybe it's happening. Actually, John and I both dreamed about picking tomatoes, and the next day there were like ripe ones. June said, going to try to get to Lambtown if I can walk. I hope you make it, June. Magic racers are the best. Absolutely. I do have to go, you guys. I love you. I'm sorry for cutting it short today. Electrical work coming. Can't wait. I will see you guys soon. I love you. Bye.